Welcome to the Pre-Med Roadmap to Medical School Acceptance course. My name is Dr. Kevin Jubal, founder of Med School Insiders. First, I'd like to personally thank you for your purchase and for trusting Med School Insiders with your career as a future doctor. We constantly strive to provide you with the best possible experience, resources, and guidance. Now, we've put in hundreds of hours in creating this course, and I'm confident that if you follow our instructions, you'll be far more successful than you would have ever dreamed of. Simply put, this course is the most thorough and accurate resource in how to get into medical school and lay the foundations to become a happy, healthy, and more effective future doctor. We know that the process of applying to medical school is confusing and daunting. I mean, we've been there. In this course, our team of doctors have distilled the complex and multifaceted process into a concise and high-yield guide to position you strongly for acceptance to medical school. Despite the popular narrative, your academic and personal lives are not siloed entities, but rather are deeply intertwined. To do well in one positively influences the other, and vice versa. I understand that the world of pre-med advice is confusing, as there's a lot of misinformation out there. You can trust that at Med School Insiders, we'll always give it to you straight, while others on SDN or Reddit or Instagram or YouTube may be spinning stories and telling you the politically correct or idealist perspective. We'll tell you the reality of the situation because we value honesty above all, even when it's not popular to do so. We never seek to offend or antagonize, but if accurate portrayal of the facts rustles feathers or incites strong emotions, then that's a price we're willing to pay, because misrepresenting the information to avoid polarizing is never okay. We just wish others felt the same. For example, you see a lot of talk about MD versus DO, which are the two types of degrees you can pursue if you want to become a physician. That's Doctor of Medicine and Doctor of Osteopathy, respectively. Now, the popular thing to do right now is to say that they're the same. Just take a look on Instagram or YouTube. But the reality is that the two are not the same, and there are distinct advantages and disadvantages that must be discussed. There shouldn't be a stigma against DOs, but unfortunately there is. But lying to pre-meds and saying that there isn't one is dishonest, and it's ultimately harmful. It doesn't make the stigma go away. If you wanted to be a plastic surgeon and went to a DO medical school, good luck, because you just made it way more difficult for yourself. That's why at Med School Insiders, we refuse to water things down or paint a rosy picture for the sake of feeling good or making people happy. We are committed more to your success than we are committed to lying to incite positive emotions. We're committed to change, but meaningful change isn't sparked from a foundation of denial. So who are we and why should you trust us? First, you should always question someone's credentials. In this day and age, it seems like everyone is willing to give advice, but who is actually qualified to do so? There are companies out there catering to pre-meds where the founder got a PhD, so they're a doctor, but not even an MD or a DO. There are several companies where the founders may be MDs, but they weren't top scorers or top students, but somehow feel qualified to tell students how to excel. If you were seeking fitness advice, would you ask the guy who is actually in shape and clearly leading a healthy life, or the guy who is overweight but claims to know all there is to know about getting a six-pack? There are hundreds of charlatans who are more interested in your business than in your success. If someone wanted to be a doctor but barely got into medical school, would you trust them for help with your medical school application? If someone wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon but settled for primary care, would you trust them in how to be a stellar medical student or how to ace the residency application process? I wouldn't either. Again, my name is Dr. Kevin Jubal. I graduated from UCLA magna cum laude with a degree in neuroscience, and I scored in the 99.9th percentile on my MCAT. That's the highest percentile, as there is no such thing as a 100th percentile. Those people who say they scored 100th percentile are just statistically illiterate. Now, I was accepted to multiple top 10 medical schools, and I went to my number one, UC San Diego, with a full tuition scholarship, which is a merit-based scholarship offered only to one student each year. I scored in the high 260s on STEP, have over 65 publications and abstracts, and matched into plastic surgery, which is consistently the number one or number two most competitive specialty in all of medicine. And I also started multiple successful med tech and medical education companies. Our team here at Med School Insiders, who have been instrumental in helping to create this course, are also phenomenally qualified. These are neurosurgeons, dermatologists, orthopedic surgeons, cardiologists, hospitalists, and many more who didn't just get through the process, but did so at the top of their class. We didn't just crush our pre-med years and medical school, but we've also served on medical school admissions committees, actually selecting applicants, so we know the ins and outs of the process and how to help students stand out. We've each been helping pre-meds in this journey for years before Med School Insiders. I've personally been tutoring and mentoring for 14 years, and our team has over 250 years of combined experience. My friends and colleagues in medical school always said I had a surgeon personality, and there's obviously some good and some bad that comes with that. For you, it's mostly good, since I have a no-nonsense attitude and I will give it to you straight. I'm focused, intense, and not afraid to get messy or keep it real. I know what it takes to get results, and I'll show you what works, what doesn't, and how you can get where you want to be in the most effective and optimized way. That's what we will be addressing in this course. Welcome.